All right. A few technical difficulties, a little gremlin in the system. We think we've got it taken care of. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Bellevue Bruins Sports Network, coming to you live from the Gordon Lozier Athletic Center on the campus of Bellevue University. Another women's and men's basketball doubleheader as we finish out the North Star Athletic Association regular season. Today's contest between the home team Bellevue University Bruins and the visiting Valley City State University Vikings. The Bellevue women 11-15 overall, 4-7 in conference play. Valley City 12-13 overall, 6-5 in conference play. Mick Krupski and Jimmy Allen here to bring you the broadcast this afternoon. Thanks for joining us, Jimmy. This is a game where both of these teams want to build some momentum into the conference tournament, which begins on Wednesday.
Yeah, I'm excited to be here. It's been a while since I've been in the booth with you. This should be a pretty good one and a much-needed win last night against Dickinson State for this Bellevue women's team. This team was on a 5-game losing streak, kind of bottoming out in that moment with that 81-32 loss in Madison against Dakota State. This team has kind of gone as far as their senior point guard has taken them, and Gabby Moore is out shooting right now, and she looks fantastic. Hope we're talking about another W at the end of this one.
These two teams currently, Bellevue is in 5th place. They will finish in 5th place in the regular season, win or lose. That's going to be their spot heading into the tournament. Valley City currently in 3rd place with a 6-5 record, so they could host, they could be on the road. All depends on the results of the action today. So both teams with something to play for this afternoon.
Yeah, and that brings up an interesting debate. Bellevue kind of playing with house money today, nothing to gain, nothing to lose. A lot on the line for these Vikings. They need to play like it today.
And it is senior day as well, as the two Bellevue seniors on both the women's and men's squad will be recognized for their achievements this year. Delaney Van Blaricon and Shelby Little will be honored after the women's game, before the men's game, along with Jerome Bynum. I'm sorry, I had a brain freeze there. Jerome Bynum and McKeem Loudermill, teammates in junior college, teammates at Bellevue University. They'll be honored as well. We're just about ready to tip it off. Talked to head coach Dave Denley before today's game. He said this is going to be a tough and physical game. What did he say is going to be the key to today's game?
Yeah, they're going to have to play defense and run these shooters off the point for these Vikings. That's going to be key. And make sure you're not turning the ball over in transition. Is about as big of a deal as you can get in this game today.
All right, just about time for our national anthem as PA announcer Ray Quinn goes through some of the final words as we get ready for our national anthem.
As we honor America with the flag of our national anthem. Assisted by Taylor, Henning Guard, and Sydney Stocks. Bring them out, bring them out, bring them out, bring them out. And now here's the starting lineup for your Bellevue University Bruins. Bellevue University
Thanks to Ray for the introduction to the starting lineups for both teams. The Bruins will be in their all-black uniforms today with gold trim. The visiting Vikings in white with maroon trim on their jerseys. We've said the defense is going to be the key for a Bruin victory today. Bellevue lost to Valley City in Valley City back on January 13th, a one-point loss, 70-69. Bruins hoping to pick up a win here today.
Yeah, and Kaylee Denker is going to be a big part of that turnaround. The story of that game on the road was a 19-point blown lead by these Bruins. They were leading by 19 at one point, and these Vikings were able to battle back into it. If you're Bellevue, you got these Vikings on the rope. You've got to keep them there today, and Kaylee Denker is going to be a big part of that inside.
And as always, we invite you to be part of our broadcast. Send along a text message. The number is 402-515-7654 as we get ready for the tip-off on Senior Day at Bellevue University. Up in the air, controlled by the Bruins. Gabby Moore, who had a big 22-point game last night against Dickinson State, controls the basketball. Over to Amina Hall, out to Ashton Arnold. Brandy Dunn with the head fake and drive left side. Entry pass to Kaylee Denker. Great pass by Dunn to Denker. And the Bruins on the board first.
You got to go to that early and often and keep that rhythm and getting rim runs as often as you can. You have a size advantage down low. You've got to take advantage.
Ashlyn Deemer with the basketball for the Vikings, trying to work that right side of the lane. Amina Hall making it difficult. The pass out to the side. Ellie Broughton will put up the shot. It's no good. Denker with the rebound. And here come the Bruins with a 2-0 lead.
That's the matchup to watch. Hall and Deemer today. They're going to be on each other, and that's going to be the difference in this game.
Ashton Arnold, tough drive inside with the left hand. A little bit of an angle off the board. No good, but Brandy Dunn controls the offensive rebound. The Bruins have a fresh 20 seconds.
Brandy Dunn was the only black jersey, around 3 white jerseys. Was able to pull that down. Great effort by her today.
Gabby Moore off the back of the iron. Tipped out of bounds by the Vikings. Bruins will have the ball back on an inbounds play.
Little sense of urgency from these Bruins right now. You love to see it.
Dunn with 22 last night. Arnold with 16 in that win over Dickinson State. Inside Ashton, nice pass out to Dunn from the corner. The look, it's a 3-point shot. Good by Brandy Dunn.
The hockey pass set up by Amina Hall there. The assist to the assist. You love to see it. Her problem's been turnovers this year.
3-point shot on its way from J.C. Richter, and it is good. So back-to-back trays, one for each team.
I credit Amina there, but that was a lapse in her judgment on defense there. She's got to stick with her player where she's guarding.
Richter had 12 points last night in the loss to Dakota State. Here's Dunn trying to drive. Has her pocket picked across the way by Haley Roberts. A 2-on-1 breakdown. Great job by Dunn to get down on defense and block that out of bounds. First sub into the game this afternoon. Streaking in from the bench comes Madison Wilhelmi.
Somebody needs to let Brandy know she's got another year of eligibility left. She's playing like it's her senior night right now.
Playing with her hair on fire, you know, just putting everything out there on the floor. Bruins in a man-to-man defense.
This is the matchup we just talked about. I mean, Hall and Denhart here.
Vikings, again, a 3-point shot from near the same spot by Richter. That one's off the mark, but the Vikings get a second chance opportunity courtesy of Roberts. Shot up and in by Ashlyn Deemert.
That's the difference right there. Brady Dunn is able to chase her player off the perimeter on that previous shot. Deemert was left wide open, is able to bury one. Vikings battle back into it.
Had a nice little visit with Ashlyn's parents. Drove down from the Valley City area. Said hello before the game. Kept in play by Ashton Arnold. Bruins halfway through the shot clock.
Great awareness there by Ashton to be able to corral that one. That was headed way out of bounds. I can't believe she got to that.
Amina Hall trying to look. Now drives inside, feeds Denker. Off her hands and stolen away by Adriana Torres. Torres will bring the ball up the floor. Finally, Amina Hall dissuades her from continuing down the lane.
Great
Stolen
hit.
away. Brandy Dunn on the steal. Nobody to challenge her. And she'll get the layup.
That's been the story of these two teams all year, is the turnovers and how they've caused them some games. Whoever wins the turnover battle today is more than likely to come away with this one.
Knocked out of bounds by Amina Hall. Tough defense been played on both ends of the court. First Bruins substitute this afternoon is Delaney Van Blaricon.
Yeah, and the junior from the Fort Worth area has been inserted the starting lineup because of her defensive prowess. She's paying it off early in this game.
Wilhelmi looking for somebody to pass it to. Coming to her help is Ashlyn Deemert. Working around the perimeter. Now the entry drive by Torres. Her pass, however, winds up in the hands of Brutus the Bruin. Good defense, Brutus, on the turnover.
Give him a rebound. Put it on the stat sheet.
2 turnovers against each team now in the early going as we are a little over 3 minutes into this one.
Gabby Moore got a little bit lucky there. She was looking to the sideline for some instruction. Kayla Decker bulleted a pass to her. She wasn't ready for it.
Here's Dunn looking inside to Denker, the freshman from Lincoln. Working inside, now the kick out pass to Van Blaricon. Three-point attempt is good. Delaney Van Blaricon, who I believe is the Bruins' career three-point leader, knocks that one down.
She's been deadly from out there in this last game and her for her in the Bruins uniform in this building. Be nice to see her a couple of those.
Diemert off on the three-point shot, but a second chance work inside. Credit that basket and offensive board to J.C. Richter.
It's kind of what you're trading there, a little bit of offense for defense with Amina Hall coming in, Delaney Van Blaricon coming in, offense for defense switching out. See if it pays off.
Van Blaricon on the drive inside, off the glass, and a foul's going to be called on the drive. And that'll go against Delaney on the charge.
Great job by Ashlyn Deemer just sitting her feet there. That was a perfect textbook way to take a charge.
10-7 our score, as nearly 4 minutes have gone by in this first quarter. Dunn on defense against Wilhelmy.
All over.
Wilhelmy able to
great job.
Handle the basketball under severe pressure, gets it across to Roberts. Halfway through the shot clock for the Vikings on this possession.
Valley City got away with a moving screen there.
Top of the key, J.C. Richter tries to get inside. Kick out pass to the corner, baseline drive. Shot from there is up and in. Haley Roberts knocks that one down.
Just a freshman mistake by Zakiya Muhammad there, leaving her feet and letting her guy blow by her.
Bruins with a 1-point lead. Zakiya Muhammad on the inside-outside game with Ashton Arnold. Again, back to inside. Zakiya may have a tough angle. Gets the shot off, but it's no good. Deflected into the hands of Diemert. Ahead to Torres. May have got to walk with an extra step or two. Again, a second chance opportunity inside for Richter, but the Vikings can't cash in.
Great job by Delaney Van Blaricon there. Just kind of closed off the whole left side of the cylinder and grabbed that board.
Halfway through quarter number one. Gabby Moore running the show from the point guard position. Here's Zakiya Muhammad, one of the two freshmen that have seen a lot of playing time this year. Here's Dunn, three-point release, a little bit short. Battle for the rebound is won by Haley Roberts.
What you don't love here.
Oh, close to an over and back situation there.
What you don't love here is Gabby Moore's only attempted one shot. She's going to need to be more involved in this offense on the other side.
Wilhelmy on the drive inside is fouled. She'll get 2 free throws coming up here. First foul goes against Zakiya Muhammad. Second team foul against the Bruins. Checking into the game is Elise Hebrink. And Amina Hall back in for the Bruins. 2 free throws upcoming for Wilhelmy. 87% free throw shooter on the season. That's pretty darn good.
And that number just went up.
As a team, Valley City shooting 67% from the charity stripe, but Wilhelmy is the person on top of that chart.
Amina Hall checks in for Brandy Dunn here. That's a little interesting because Brandy's kind of been the spark plug to this offense this early portion of this game.
Vikings take the lead at 11-10 with those 2 made free throws. Moore trying to drive down the lane, gets the runner up off the back of the rim, no good. Battle for the rebound, won by Hebrink.
You may look at that and say she drove into a double team, put up a shot there. I'm fine with that. You need to get her involved in this offense. I want her to take as many shots as she can.
Baseline drive goes out of bounds on the pass by Ashlyn Deemer. Tried to get it outside to an open teammate, but a little bit off the mark. The turnover, the 3rd of the game against the Vikings. 3 also against Bellevue.
Wilhelmy just kind of misdirected her point guard there. She's trying to tell her where to give it to her and just ended up going the opposite direction, zigging, zagging.
Zakiya Muhammad to Gabby Moore. Both of them first year in the Bellevue program. Ashton Arnold over the top pass to Moore. Gabby's going to try to drive the baseline, but is cut off by a double team.
Look.
Delaney looking for 3, gets another triple. 6 points for Delaney.
Find 23 outside, let her get an open look. That's a good plan going forward for the team in black.
Delaney wants to make her last game here a memorable one. Shot from the corner, also from 3-point land. It's good. Haley Roberts knocks that one down.
Not what you want to do if you're Bellevue. You don't want to be trading 3-point shots with this Vikings team. They'll make you pay for it. They shoot almost 40% from out there on the season.
Pass inside is stolen away by J.C. Richter. Pull-up jump shot near the free throw line. A roll off the rim, no good. Amina Hall clears the glass, and the Bruins trailing by 1 with 3:22 remaining in the first quarter come the other way.
Zakiya Muhammad getting frustrated early. She feels like she's getting fouled down low.
Spin move with the left-handed shot, a little bit too strong. Board cleared by Hebrink. She'll bring it across. Van Blaricon picks her up to flex the pass, but it goes into the hands of Roberts. She's going to drive. It's knocked away But Gabby Moore got a little piece of the arm as well.
Yeah, she just did everything she could do to not allow her to put up a shot there. Good foul.
First personal against Gabby, third team foul against the Bruins. The Vikings have not yet committed a foul. Into the game for the Vikings, Ellie Broughton. She was one of the starting 5, also for the Bruins. Kaylee Dinker back in, and Brandy Dunn as well. Here's Haley Roberts, a junior from Minot, North Dakota, with the free throw. First one up and in. She's not too shabby from the line either, 81%.
Yeah, these Vikings can shoot it from just about anywhere, and they're deadly from the charity stripe.
So 4 for 4 are the Vikings from the free throw line thus far in the game.
I love this lineup for Bellevue right now. It's kind of a big body lineup. You have your 2 bigs in, and you add Brady Dunn and Mina Hall back into the lineup with Delaney Van Berencon's ability to shoot from outside. Should be able to get some points off turnovers here.
Bruins handing off, a little guard weave at the top of the perimeter. Here's Dunn. Bruins trying to look inside, but thus far have been outside the perimeter on this possession. Here's Danker, shot clock down to 6. Hall to Danker, shot clock down to 3. Kaylee drives, the arm grab, count the basket. Kaylee Danker with a strong move to the hoop. And the and one. The foul is going to go against Elise Hebrink, her first personal, first team foul. Chance for the conventional three-point play.
Kind of what Bellevue was trying to set up there. You saw Danker kind of roaming around the three-point line on the right side of the elbow there and worked her way in to set up that shot. It just wasn't there. Let her lower her shoulder and go to work.
Shelby Little checks into the game for the first time this afternoon. Shelby, one of the other seniors, will be honored today. Holiday Island, Arkansas, graduate of Eureka Springs High School.
She was a big part of the success that this team had on the road against these Vikings a month ago. It'll be interesting to see if she can give you a similar contribution today.
Looks like the Bruins have switched to a 2-3 zone situation here to try to give a little bit different look, but a great pass inside. The basket goes to Roberts, but the assist on that great pass goes to Broughton.
That's what you give up when you drop into a zone. You have your eye on the ball and you're back to the basket and you can't see what's going behind you.
3-point lead for the Vikings. 2 minutes to go in this first stanza. To Danker inside. She's trying to work the right side of the lane. Strong move. Kaylee showing some muscle inside. The 6'1 freshman puts down her third bucket of the afternoon.
If it's not broke, don't fix it. Let 35 keep going to work until they can stop it.
Here's Diemert. Into the corner to Hebrink. Now Bork inside. A little friendly tip inside. Cashing in is J.C. Richter with the basket.
What a pass by Roberts to find her open teammate. Just dropped it off to her when she drew 2 defenders.
Richter with 7 points. Roberts with 9. They're the leaders for Valley City. They have 16 of the 20 points put in by the Vikings so far. Ashton Arnold inside. The feed to Shelby Little, but off her fingertips and out of bounds.
Bellevue needed a basket in a bad way. They're down by 3. You don't want to let this game slip away from you in the first.
Gabby Moore back in for the home team. And in for the Vikings, Ellie Powell, first time today. .112 and counting before the end of this first quarter.
Bruins drop back into this 2-3 zone despite giving up that basket in the last possession.
Looking inside, there's Diemert making the catch on the baseline. Taking it back out to the top of the key.
She's probably thankful Diemert had her back to the basket there. It was a wide open look for her. She just got rid of the ball.
Long three-point attempt. It's nothing but net. Ashlyn Diemert knocks that one down. Bruins do not want Ashlyn Diemert to get going. She had 34 points against Bellevue in that January game up in Valley City. Timeout on the floor with 52 seconds remaining in the first quarter. The Valley City Vikings 23, the Bellevue Bruins 17.
Yeah, Coach Denley a little upset with his junior point guard right now. She clearly blew an assignment there and allowed that basket. So we'll see if that gets fixed here on the next defensive possession. It's going to be interesting to see if Bellevue stays in that zone. It's not really caused a whole lot of issues for these Vikings. That press man was working early. We'll see if they go back to it.
Once again, let's give you our text message number if you'd like to send along your greetings. Although most of the Bellevue faithful are here on hand today, but whether you're a Bellevue fan or a Valley City fan, text message number is 402-515-7655. 5-4. Can't take phone calls, but if you'd like to send a text, we'd be happy. Let us know who you are, who you're rooting for, any tidbits to make our broadcast even more interesting.
We hope we got a ton of people watch right now, but the den is full right now. There's a good contingency from both sides.
Amina Hall, top of the key, over to Brandy Dunn. Brunt passes up the look, and now Valley City looks like they're going to a zone as well. Here's Dunn, three-point attempt. Brandy Dunn knocks that one down. 8 points for Brandy.
That's the hot
on
hand
a
right
couple
now.
of trays.
She's 3 for 4. You got to leave her out on the court. She's come off the floor. That's kind of slowed down Bellevue's offense a little bit.
Here's Diemert with the basketball, guarded by Shelby Little.
Bellevue drops back into man coverage here. They're abandoning the zone. I think that's a great call by the coaching staff.
Dave Denley shouting directions to his defense assistant coach James Ice Benford right alongside, also directing traffic for the Bruin defense. It's going to result in a foul call against the Bruins on the drive. That's going to go against Kaylee Denker, her first personal, 4th team foul.
Coach Denley seen that open up. All of Bellevue's defense crashed the left side of the key there, opened up that whole right side.
Under 10 seconds left in this quarter. Final shot may go to the Vikings. Here's Diemert, works away into traffic. Puts up a short shot. It won't go down. Kaylee Denker grabs the rebound, and we are at the end of one period of play. Our score, the Valley City State Vikings 23, the Bellevue Bruins 20. So despite all of our talk about strong defense, the offenses have managed to do a pretty good job in this first quarter.
Yeah, Brandy Dunn, your leading scorer right now with 8 for the Bruins. Delaney Van Blankenkamp is perfect, 2 for 2 from outside the 3. We'll see if they continue to contribute offensively here.
The Bruins shooting 57% in this first quarter, 47% for Valley City. They've gotten off a couple of more shots. Bellevue has knocked down 4 3-pointers. Valley City has knocked down 3, so not afraid to take those shots from distance.
Coach Denley really upset with his defense right now. He's talking to his 2 freshmen, explaining what exactly they need out of that 2-3 zone. I'll be surprised if they go back to it. We saw in that last possession where they were running man, the Vikings kind of crashed everybody except for one player over to the right side of the key, and then your best player was in a one-on-one situation where Ashlyn Diemert kind of just came around the left side, and if there wouldn't have been a foul, it would have been an easy basket for her.
Rebounding battle, advantage to the Vikings in that first quarter. They had 10 rebounds, 5 of them on the offensive glass, which gave them some second chance opportunities.
Yeah, the difference in that game up in North Dakota was the fact that Bellevue turned over the ball a ton in that second half. They've already got 5 turnovers in this first period. They got to clean that up sooner rather than later.
5 turnovers Bellevue, 3 turnovers Valley City. So second quarter about to begin. Valley City will have the opening possession of this second quarter.
1/3 of Valley City's points have come off turnovers. They've already got 7 points off of 8 turnovers. You got to narrow that down.
Valley City, North Dakota. That's in the eastern part of the state over near Fargo. The city of Bridges in the Red River Valley up there. A little geography lesson there for you.
Well versed in the North Star Athletic Conference is Mick Krepsky.
All right, here we go. Second quarter. Great pass inside from Ellie Powell to Elise Hebrink.
Bellevue drops back down into that zone, gets exposed again. Coach Denley upset, just took a seat.
Ashton Arnold with the basketball across the way. Ashton went scoreless in the first half last night, but finished the game with 16 points, all of them coming in that second half. Here's Kaylee Denker. Denker, another bucket for her. Kaylee is now 4 for 4 on her field goal attempts for 8 points.
Yeah, you've got 2 really high shooting percentage players right now, Van Blankenkamp and Denker out there. I think you need to keep feeding them the ball and let Brandy Dunn get a little involved too.
Bruin defense stymies that attempt, and then the pass off the hands of Roberts and out of bounds.
Switch back to a man coverage there to cause a little bit of confusion. The Vikings weren't expecting it. Turnover going the other way for the Bruins.
Here's Gabby Moore bringing the ball across the timeline. Right above the head of Brutus the Bruin, Bellevue mascot. Here's Amina Hall driving left side of the lane. Nothing available there. Good defense by Diemert. Jump stop by Arnold. To Moore to the corner. Denker, 5 for 5 for the freshman out of Lincoln, Nebraska.
Hear me out. Get 35 the ball and let her shoot it.
Quickly ahead come the Vikings. The drive inside by Broughton. She stopped there by Hall. Kick out pass to the outside. That one's way off the mark. Saved by Amina Hall. Off the miss from Hebrink.
I think she might need an Academy Award too. That was a little a little animated falling into the wall there.
White need a new pad over there. She really crashed into that. Bruins a chance to take the lead on this possession, down by 1, 25-24. Moore backs it out to restart into the lane. Her shot, that'll result in free throws as Elise Hebrink will be called for the foul in the act of shooting.
She hasn't looked comfortable from mid-range, and that's the player that you want to be involved in this offense to make everybody else kind of go. She's the straw that stirs the drink, so her getting to take these 2 free throws is huge for the remainder of this game's momentum.
J.C. Richter checks back in for Valley City. 2 free throws upcoming here for Gabby Moore. Gabby averaging over 13 points per game. She's a 65% free throw shooter. That one is perfect. We're tied at 25.
I believe the official just made a dime off picking something up off the floor there.
That doubles his salary
There
for the
you
game
go.
today. Gabby, 2 for 2 from the free throw line.
Getting her on the board is a big deal here. You need her momentum going forward.
Bruins a little light backcourt pressure as Broughton brings it across the timeline.
All white jerseys accounted for right now. That's important. That really hasn't happened the last 3 possessions.
A baseline floater and a friendly couple of taps off the rim.
If you're Coach
Ellie
Denley,
Broughton gets it to go.
if you're Coach Denley, you might be a little upset by that basket, but that was one of the best defensive possessions we've seen.
Danker from distance, her first miss of the afternoon. Rebound pulled down by Richter. She'll bring it up the field. That's Diemert, excuse me. She'll bring it across into the offensive half for the Vikings. Here's Richter. Partially deflected by Danker. Still a shot off inside by Powell. Bruins clear it away. Here's Ashton Arnold.
Ashton got away with a little bit of contact there, but we'll take it.
Now Gabby is, again, she's going to try to drive the lane, but denied on that attempt by Broughton. Here's Dunn for 3. That one's no good. The rebound collected by Ellie Powell.
Bellevue kind of settling and hunting for shots right now. It's been working with Kaylee Denker off the right side of that elbow. I'd like to see them go back to this and go back to that in this next offensive set.
Arnold right in the face of Diemert. Little moving screen there, but the Bruins won't. Now they'll get the basketball back because it slips in and out of the hands of a couple of different players going after that rebound.
Gabby's going to have to slow it down here. You got trailers behind you.
1 point lead for the Vikings. Under 7 minutes to go before halftime. Into Danker. She'll grab it, try to work that right side. Kick back out. An open look for Ashton Arnold, the senior from Clovis, California. Rattles but won't go down.
Yeah, she had to reset her feet there. She didn't like taking that shot when she took it.
Let me rephrase that. The junior from Clovis, California. Resetting the offense are the Vikings. Bruins man-to-man defense. Here's Richter. 3-point shot on its way. That one's no good. Amina Hall gets the rebound off the miss by Ellie Broughton.
That's the look defensively you want to see if you're a Bruins fan right now. They just kind of pushed everybody off their spot and forced an ill-advised shot.
Each team so far has attempted 8 3-point shots. Bruins have made 4, 3 for the Vikings. Tough sledding in traffic. Powell on the defensive play against Danker. Diemert all the way to the hoop and puts it down. Gabby Moore tried to get in front of her but couldn't stop her.
Kaylee was asking for a whistle in that last possession. She definitely deserved it. There was a ton of contact there. And again.
Now the whistle comes. So deja vu play. This time the whistle will send Kaylee Danker to the free throw line.
I think she got fouled even harder on the last possession. So
give a couple of her teammates assists as well as they help her up off the floor. Zakaya Mohammed and Delaney Van Blerican check back into the game for the Bruins. A couple of Vikings back in as well.
Kaylee kind of wiping her eye away there. I wonder if she might have taken a finger poke to the eye or something.
First free throw is good. Danker, a 55% free throw shooter on the season. She averages over 8 points per game. That's third best on the team, behind Moore and Arnold.
She's got 11 now and leads these Bruins in scoring, make it 12. She's 5 for 7 from the field. I'd keep letting her shoot it.
Bruins back to within 1. A quick release shot. That one's off the mark on the attempt by Roberts. Mohammed with the rebound for the Bruins. And again, a chance for the Bruins to regain the lead.
Bellevue got lucky there. Ashton Arnold and Zakaya Mohammed are both late getting back on defense. Good thing the Vikings got it into that shot clock early. It could have been a pretty easy basket.
Bruin players trying to work for position on the inside. Here's Ashton Arnold on the drive. Makes herself free, but can't get the shot to go down. Zakaya Mohammed tips the ball, but it goes out of bounds. Bellevue shooting 50% in the game, 44% for Valley City. So offensively, both teams are knocking the hoop, ball in the hoop.
Yeah, we got a barn burner here right now. A 1-point game for these Vikings in the lead, 29-28 with 5:03 to play.
Roberts, that's going to be a traveling violation. She lost the handle. Ashton Arnold on the defensive play for the home team.
Great job by Zakiya Muhammad to kind of pin down her guy there and keep him outside, not let that passing lane be open.
Need a guard. Oh, there we are. Gabby Moore. I saw everybody walking down. I forgot Gabby kind of blended into the bench across the way. Here's Ashton on the drive, left side. Up and under, shot, no good. Zakiya Muhammad with the offensive rebound, but in traffic, couldn't get it to be put back.
Love to see Zakiya put it on the deck one time there and create some space for herself.
Bounced off the foot of Hebrink. And a timeout called from across the way by head coach Vanessa Johnson.
Yeah, Coach Johnson thought that ball was going to get away and wanted to make sure her team had possession of it when they came back up with a 4:41 to play in this first half.
Each team has used a couple of timeouts. 4 remaining in the game for both squads. 4:41 to go in the first half. It's the Vikings 29 and the Bruins 28. Hard-fought contest to finish out the regular season in the North Star Athletic Association.
Coach Benford kind of led that huddle for a minute there before letting Coach Denley speak and calming the team down and saying, hey, you know, it's only a 1-point game. We got to be calm, cool, and collective here. Let's play some good defense, get some points off of a turnover here, make this possession count.
Bruins coming off a win last night, 67-58 over Dickinson State. Valley City coming off a loss to Dakota State, 106-49. The Trojans just hammered the Vikings last night, so they're trying to get the momentum back as well as the Bruins trying to keep the momentum going.
Ellie Broughton with the ball in her hands right now. She's been kind of the offensive negotiator here for these Vikings.
Back to the 2-3 zone defense. A quick release shot from Adriana Torres, a senior from Pelican Rapids, Minnesota.
Give Broughton another assist. That's 3 for her early in this game.
Here's Gabby Moore, Kaylee Denker, Delaney Van Blaricon. Delaney with the shot off the front of the rim, no good. The rebound goes to Hebrink.
Delaney just a little off there, but a great seal screen by Kaylee on the other side to set that shot up.
3-point look from the corner. That's no good by Haley Roberts. Delaney Van Blaricon picks up the board. And the Bruins trailing by 4 currently, trying to cut into that deficit. Zakiya Muhammad, Kaylee Denker, inside to Ashton Arnold. Ashton trying to use a little bit of advantage. Pass, however, off the hands of Muhammad. It'll go out of bounds and belong to the Vikings. Well, not a ton of turnovers. That's the 6th against Bellevue, 5 against Valley City.
Coach Denley very upset. He just yelled out to Ashton, that's not the play we called. A little bit of confusion on what the offense was supposed to be there for the Bruins. Amina Hall coming in from Kaylee Denker. That's your leading scorer coming off the court right now for the Bruins, where you're down 4.
Gets the fist bump with head coach Dave Denley on the side as he talks to her while play continues. Bruins on defense. Corner look for Hebrink. Now she'll take it out. Tough pass in traffic, but followed in the basket by Haley Roberts. We've been impressed with the passing of these Vikings.
Yeah, they've been able to find open passing lanes when Bellevue drops down to that 2-3 zone. They did it again there.
Foul on the play against Delaney Van Blaricon, her 2nd personal. Just the first team foul against Bellevue in this quarter.
To my count, these Vikings have scored 13 points when Bellevue drops down into a zone, and they've scored on every single possession. We've seen the Bellevue Bruins drop into that 2-3 look.
Ashlyn Deemert checks back in, the West Fargo native, and the free throw completes the old-fashioned 3-point play. So the Bruins, who trailed by 1 just seconds ago, now trail by 7, 3:20 to go.
You need a basket here, and your leading scorer in this game is on the bench right now. Somebody's got to create offense for the team in black jerseys right now.
Again, perimeter passing while other players work free down low. Here's Zakiya Muhammad, the freshman out of Omaha Benson High School, off the mark. Just a little bit too strong on the shot.
Great look. She split the defender. She just couldn't get it to fall.
And again, quickly ahead on the pass. But Torres couldn't finish.
Bellevue drops back in, down into a man coverage. They're able to put one away and come back on offense.
Here's Ashlyn. Arnold shot off the front of the rim. No good. Vikings on the run.
They got numbers. You got to get back.
3-on-2 break. Here's Deemert from 3-point land. Off the mark. Van Blaricon pulls down another rebound. The Bruins escape trouble on that possession.
Ashton slows it down here and lets her team reset. You don't want to get into a track meet with these Vikings.
Gabby almost loses it out of bounds. Amina to the rescue.
Probably would have liked to see Amina Hall shoot that. She had about 4 feet between her and her defender. 3-point land isn't really where she lives at, but if you get that good of a look, you kind of have to take it.
Gabby Moore, the shot. No good. Tough rebound inside by Haley Roberts. Nearing the 2-minute mark.
Zakiya Muhammad is struggling in this game. She just doesn't look comfortable on either side of the ball right now.
Vikings taking some time off the clock on this possession. Pass inside J.C. Richter working inside. The shot no good. Tipped around. Delaney Van Blericon had it momentarily. Then contact as she and Ellie Broughton collide. Foul looks like it's going to go against Delaney. And it does. That's her third personal foul.
Just an unnecessary one, too. You had two defenders behind her. Even if Bratton comes down with that ball, you still got numbers and bodies on that side of the court.
Denker and Dunn back in for the Bruins. Inbounds play for the Vikings up to the top. Open look from the corner. Step inside for a two-point attempt. That one's no good, but Vikings able to get position inside. Now Ashton Arnold on the tie and wrestles the ball away. Took it right away from J.C. Richter. Now Ashton trying to go coast to coast. Contact. What are they going to say? No, on the floor. They won't count the basket. They'll say the foul will go against Ashlyn Diemert.
Yeah, she's upset down there. She has no right to be there. Her feet were completely moving. She was almost falling out of bounds when that foul occurred.
Dave Denley wants the basket to count, but the official waved it off.
He's right. It was way before the shot went up.
First personal against Diemert. Third team foul against the Vikings. Bruins the inbounds play. Moore triggers it into Arnold. Ashton tight ropes her way on the sideline. Now back to Gabby, trying to look inside to Amina Hall. Now Hall with the screen. Gabby pull-up jump shot from the elbow off the mark. Brandy Dunn flies in for the offensive rebound.
She has been everywhere today, and let it count.
Brandy Dunn from the corner of the tray. Dunn now with 11 points.
If it's possible, give her own assist. She was everywhere on that possession.
Great job keeping the play alive with the offensive board.
Need a stop here if you're Bellevue down 4. You can battle back into this with a stop, maybe even a pick six on the other side.
Roberts plants that foot in the elbow. Pull-up jump shot by Diemert. No good. Amina Hall, a nice job tipping that to herself on the defensive rebound.
Up here. You don't have the numbers. There you go. We had 3 trailers. Reset the offense.
45 seconds remain in the half. Bruins down by 4. Nice feed inside. Denker can't get it to go down. Brandy Dunn once again with the board. Ashton Arnold for 3, off the mark, no good.
I know we don't give out MVPs for every single game, but if there is one right now, it's Brandy Dunn. She's been absolutely everywhere on the boards and scoring the basketball and getting her teammates involved as well.
3-second difference between game and shot clock here as the Vikings will hold for what they hope will be the final possession. That one's kicked by Arnold, so it'll be a side out with 18 seconds, and so now they'll be able to hold for the final shot as the shot clock is turned off.
Brandy Dunn, 11 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. She's 4 of 6 from the field as well. She's having a heck of a game.
Ellie Broughton will dribble around for a little bit. She'll wait for the game clock to get down to about 10 seconds when the Vikings will get into their offense. Hall comes out to defend against her. Shot down to 4 inside. Nice play by Gabby Moore inside. Kaylee Denker at half court. Off the mark. We are at halftime. Our score, the Valley City State Vikings 35. The Bellevue University Bruins 31. So a very entertaining first half. The first half with more offense, the second quarter with more defense as we are at a halftime break.
Yeah, and if you're a Vikings fan, you wanted the ball in Ellie Bratton's hands there. She's been kind of the do-it-all player for you in this game. She's only got 2 points, but she's got 3 assists, 2 big rebounds, and has kind of been the offensive aficionado for the Vikings today.
Bellevue shooting 35%. They were close to 50% in the first part of that second quarter, so they've dropped down toward halftime. 39% shooting for the Vikings. Bellevue has made 5 3-pointers, 4 3-pointers for the Vikings. 7-6 turnovers, 1 more turnover against Valley City. And on rebounding, a 5-rebound advantage for Valley City, 23-18, including 7 offensive rebounds.
Yeah, the biggest positive for Bellevue in that second period, just 1 turnover, and it was kind of on an errant pass that probably would have came back down to the Vikings on a shot anyway. So not 5 in that first period, but they cleaned it up, and you like to see that improvement over the time.
Take a quick look at some of the scoring individual leaders. Roberts, the leading scorer for Valley City with 12 points. Diemert and Richter with 7 apiece. Nobody else with more than 3.
Yeah, Kaylee Denker has been kind of the key to the offense right now. She's really found that shot from outside the right side of the elbow. She's got 12 points and is 5 of 8 from the field.
And as you mentioned, Brandy Dunn with 11 points. They've been the go-to women so far for the Bruins. Delaney Van Blericon has 6 and 2 points for Gabby Moore. That's it. Just 5 players have put points on the board for the Bruins. I had it right the first time. 4 players. So I was running out of fingers and got confused. So we will take a short halftime break here to grab a quick drink, maybe a bag of popcorn, munch our way here to happiness as we get ready for the second half. Don't go away. Jimmy Allen and Mick Krupski here with you on the Bellevue Bruins Sports Network. Welcome back to the Bellevue Bruins Sports Network. We had our halftime break in the women's game. The visiting Valley City State Vikings 35, the Bellevue University Bruins 31. Again, let me give out that text message number 2. We've got a couple of texts in the queue. We'll get to those. That number is 402-515-7654. First one today comes from across the river in Iowa. Let's go Bruins. From Bellevue basketball alum Miranda Hennings. Yes,
Hey.
we remember you, Miranda.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, 4-year stalwart for the Bellevue Bruins. Just graduated recently, so glad you're with us this afternoon. Good luck, Bruins. Just checking. We're not seeing the scoreboard on the screen. We apologize. We're having some technical difficulties today, so the score bug will not be available. So we'll try to keep you abreast of the score verbally as we go.
To pay the electric bill.
Yeah, that's right. So they wouldn't. That dime you saw on the floor that the official picked up, that was what I was supposed to pay the electric company, but never quite got there. So.
Shout out to all 83 of you watching at home right now. We checked the numbers, see who's all weighing on. We had 111 earlier, so hopefully the 30 of you that checked out come back. We got a good one for you. Just a 4-point game, minute with a whole second half left to play with a minute to go at halftime.
Got a little bite to eat and something to drink, just like we did. So
yeah, that's right.
A nice crowd on hand here today. Mostly Bellevue fans, obviously, being in proximity. But yeah, yes. What's this?
How have you been holding out the story about lunch this whole time? We've done like 6 games together. Well, they're eating concession stand hot dogs. We're gonna give a shout out to Jimmy John's for providing lunch today.
I have like 30 seconds to run in and grab a sandwich or a piece of pizza usually in the games, trying to get pronunciations for the next game and talk with the coach.
Nobody let me know there was food back there.
No, well, you know now. Hey, last game of the season.
Yeah, that's right.
All right.
No time like the present, though, right?
Second half about to get underway as the coaching staffs talk over with their teams. Dave Denley, the head coach for the Bellevue Bruins, now in his 8th year. His assistant, James Ice Benford, a former Bellevue player, also there for 8 years, and former player Laura Jurek on the Bellevue side. Vanessa Johnson, the 7th-year head coach for Valley City, and her assistants, Taylor Henningsgaard and Sydney Staus. Also, Grant Inninger, not here today, but he helps out as well.
Yeah, you got to think back to this, the rematch of the first game of this 2-game series between these two squads. The second half belonged to those Vikings. You can't have the slope that you had the second half on the road at home if you're these Bellevue Bruins.
The Vikings with a 1-point win in North Dakota. Let's see if the Bruins can get a 1-point win or more here in Nebraska. Bellevue with the opening possession of this third quarter. Ashton Arnold with the basketball. Denker comes up to get the screen, now just to handle the pass and get back into the offensive flow. Gabby Moore from three-point land, no good. Battle for the rebound, controlled by the Vikings, Ashlyn Diemert.
There's confusion there on the offensive possession, opened up the first half. You had both Amina Hall and Kaylee Denker both just kind of standing there on the ground, not really moving off the ball.
Brandy Dunn tips that one, but Diemert able to corral it before it goes out of bounds. 3-point shot from the top of the key by J.C. Richter. That one's off the rim and into the bleachers. So Bellevue will get the possession of the basketball. Both teams coming up empty on their first offensive chances in the third quarter.
Need a basket here, get some momentum going offensively if you're Bellevue coming out of that first very weird set. Not really sure what was going on there. The coaches looked like some miscommunication as well.
Here's Amina Hall with the basketball. Now to Gabby Moore. Gabby, a very successful first year in her part of the Bellevue program. Her shot off the mark, and Gabby's just having one of those frustrating days. 0 for 6 from the floor so far, but she can turn that around in an instant. A nice break to the lane by Haley Roberts, receiving the nice pass.
Yeah, if there's one silver lining that you're only down 6 and Gabby Moore's got a goose egg on the score sheet, that's got to be it.
After putting up 22 last night. Maybe she's just tired.
She did put in some work. and the other bright spot is the player that just drew that fall, Brady Dunn, had a fantastic first half, and she's kind of already caused some problems for this Vikings defense early here in this third period. Defensive foul against Adriana Torres, her first team foul against the Vikings in this third period. I gotta say this. Here's Kaylee Dunn into the lane. Now the kick back out to Gabby. Gabby on the drive off the glass and up and in. All right, maybe that's the turning point for Gabby. The light switch has turned to the positive direction. First one always is the toughest. She's on the board. Keep it rolling. Back to a 4-point lead for the Vikings. Diemert over near the Viking bench, looking for a teammate to cut into an open spot. Yeah, 3 Bruins on Adriana Torres. They're kind of letting everybody else but her beat them today.
Now to the right side on the dribble drive goes Ellie Broughton. Kick back across the way to Roberts. She'll launch the shot, no good. Kaylee Dinker had it for a second, tipped out of her hands. Now the scrum on the floor for the basketball. And somehow Diemert able to get it over to Richter for the basket. Or excuse me, that was Adriana Torres battling for that loose ball on the floor.
Yeah,
so she'll get the assist. Gabby, almost the identical shot she had last time down. This time she'll draw the foul and head to the free throw line. Says Ellie Broughton will be called for the foul.
I was going to bring up Adriana Torres in that last defensive possession. She does a really good job just sliding her feet to cause defensive spacing, getting people off their comfort zone. She's been really good on the ball today defensively.
Gabby back to the free throw line. 2 for 2 from there in the first half. And I jinxed her with that one. Sorry, Gabby.
It's kind of been her story today. She just has been just a little off the left on almost every single shot. Even that one that went in hit the left side of the rim and kind of fell through the net.
The Webster Groves, Missouri native, knocks that one down.
She's got to be a factor in the second half.
So, 5-point game, 7:42. 39-34 our score. Again, I'll try to let you know the exact score more frequently than normal since our score bug is not working.
Yeah, 7:33 to play in the third as well.
Here's Torres from three-point land. She'll knock that one down. Just her 6th point, her second made basket. Both of them have been from distance.
Yeah, a lot of what she's done today is going to show up in the stat sheet, but she's been fantastic defensively.
Again, the Bruins try to get inside of the post player. Denker, kick out pass to Moore. Gabby has the shot off the mark. Battle in the corner for the basketball. That's won by Diemert. Dunn in the backcourt, trying to harass the dribble of Ellie Broughton. She'll pick it up, get it to Diemert. Now to Richter, goes through her hands, but saved on this near side by Haley Roberts.
Yeah, Roberts just kind of slowing her offense down. Brady Dunn's just done such a good job of getting everybody out of their comfort zone that Vikings need to slow it up a little bit.
Good quick ball movement. Shot by Roberts in the corner, no good. Tracked down by Ashton Arnold.
I want to see if Brady just runs to the rim here. She's been kind of just forcing her shots here in the start of the second half. She resets the offense.
Bruins too high, too low set. Dunn in the corner, looks inside. Richter trying to keep the ball out of the hands of Kaylee Denker. She was very effective in that first half. From distance, Kaylee knocks down the three. We've seen her shoot the three ball on numerous occasions this season. That one was nothing but net.
Yeah, back to a 5-point game here. You got to get a turnover and get another basket quickly here if you're Bellevue.
And there's going to be an offensive foul against Adriana Torres, trying to use that elbow to clear space against Amina Hall.
Kaylee Denker had a couple of words for her, too, on that possession. We're seeing a little bit of fire from the Lincoln native, the freshman, getting very fired up this one as she heads over to the bench.
Delaney Van Blaricon back in for the Bruins. And both wearing number 23. Ellie Powell, number 23 for the Vikings, back in.
Kaylee just said something to Ice, and Ice pushed her back out there. She does not want to come off the floor right now.
With 15 points already in this one, that's the hot hand for the Bruins. 15 for Denker, 11 for Dunn. Top two scorers for Bellevue today.
Be fun to watch her and Torres here on this next possession. They had a healthy exchange of words.
Here's what you wanted, Denker with the left hand.
Torres tried coming over on weak side help and just couldn't get there. Kaylee just got to the rim fast so that the help could come on the weak side.
Kaylee at 6'1", not a frail body person either. I mean, she's solidly built, so as she grows in her college experience, she'll get even better with using her size. Blocked by Brandy Dunn. Dunn with the basketball. Into the front court.
Shoot that.
Arnold to Denker. Denker again. Contact with Powell. Up and in. Kaylee falls to the floor with that shot. The hot hand to start this third quarter for the Bruins.
Coach Johnson maybe want to make a switch on defense. Right now, Ellie Johnson just can't keep up with Kaylee Denker. She's a problem on offense. It's a 1-point game, 5:14 to go in the third.
42-41. Vikings nursing a 1-point lead, trying to expand it on this possession. Torres in their side. Brandy Dunn gets her hands on the basketball, but saved by Adriana Torres, and a timeout called across the way from Vanessa Johnson, the Vikings head coach. We saw a similar situation in the first half today. Exactly 5 minutes remaining in the third period. It's the Vikings 42 and the Bruins 41.
Bellevue has 3 steals in this game, and all of them have come courtesy of number 5. Brady Dunn has been absolutely everywhere defensively today. She's got 3 steals in this game and has been a problem for these Vikings.
A couple more texts in the queue coming from North Dakota. Go Vikings from Maddie B. Kitty. Okay. Glad you're with us today. Let's go Vikings. Go Ashland. From the Bears, watching in West Fargo, North Dakota. That's Ashland's hometown as well. And watching from Santan Valley, Arizona. That sounds nice. Let's go Ashland Diemert from Melmo and Oster, her grandparents.
You think it's warmer than 38 there?
Maybe.
It's nice and comfy here in the Gordon Lozier Athletic Center, though.
It was like 10 degrees last night when I left after the game against Dickinson State. I wasn't quite expecting that. It's been fairly warm this year. The drive by Roberts on the left side is going to result in free throws. A couple of different Bruins trying to defend against her. The foul's going to go against Brandy Dunn. Just her first personal.
This isn't going to be a real hot take because she's got 14 points. But, man, Haley Roberts has been so good today. She's slowed down the offense when they've gotten out of control.
Off the mark on that free throw. She's, as we mentioned earlier, 81% from the line, 10.5 points per game. She's already over that season average in points scored.
She's been kind of the conscience of this Vikings offense today. I know she came up short twice there, but she's been really huge for what they've been trying to do today.
Denker with the rebound. Bruins back on the front court. Zakai Muhammad back into the game after that last timeout. Kaylee hit a three from just about that same spot earlier. A little short on that attempt. Doesn't follow it. The rebound goes to Ellie Powell.
Yeah, Powell there was just the difference there was she was able to get her hand up.
Hey, one more steal, Brandy Dunn.
Brandy.
That's been her stock in trade today, along with 11 points, 3 rebounds, and 3 assists. Into Muhammad. Has to track it down.
Kaylee Denker kind of gave the face guard, you can't see me, when she buried that last three, a la Caitlin Clark. I didn't know if she was going to try a logo shot like the Iowa Star there a second ago.
Whistle blows. Foul call on the play as Zakiya Muhammad was working down low. Double check who's going to get
Coach
the
Denley
foul.
needs to check himself here right now. There's a face-off going on between him and the officials right now.
Haley Roberts will be called for the foul. That's just her first, but 4th team foul against Valley City.
A lengthy discussion being had here between the head Bruin and one of the officials.
There's been quite a lot of banging down low as people trying to get in position. Here's another example as Denker and Powell smacking against each other. Dunn, head fake, drive into the lane, bounce pass to Muhammad. Zakiya waits and then gets blocked from behind, but there'll be free throws upcoming as Ellie Powell got some ball but got some arm as well.
Zakiya's been looking for that right hand and one. She finally gets it. The first person there to congratulate her, Kaylee Denker.
Smart play there by Zakiya. Sometimes she has a tendency as a freshman to rush things, get in things quickly, but she paused, let the defense fly over her.
She's done that 3 times in the second half. She did it 0 times in the first. It's something that her game is slowly developing along the way. It's going to be fun to watch her grow.
Her first points of the game. We're tied at 42 with 3:58 remaining in the third period. This one has all the makings of a barn burner down to the end, just like the previous meeting, a 1-point game in North Dakota. Bruins with the lead, 43-42. Roberts drives to the lane, but whistle blows. Kaylee Denker couldn't quite get there quickly enough. That's Kaylee's second personal, second team foul in this quarter as well. 2 free throws upcoming for Haley Roberts.
Okay. I mean, Haley totally got past Kaylee there, and I don't know how she could have fouled her, but the official's closer than I am, so we'll leave it up there at discretion.
Another tie game at 43 all. Ashton Arnold back on the floor for the Bruins. Ashton came on strong in the second half yesterday. Let's see if she can do that again. Denker pulls down another rebound.
Yeah, more importantly, Brandy Dunn heads to the bench, and let's see if the Bellevue Bruins can keep up that defensive prowess with her sitting over there on a steel chair. Great take.
Drive by Moore, whistle blows. We've got some issue up in the bleachers pointing over this way. Somebody, not quite sure what it is, but athletic director Ed Lahotek going to have to come over. Somebody's not being fun in the stands.
He's bringing security with him too. He means business.
First free throw by Moore is off the mark. 43 all, our score with 3:38 remaining.
Yeah, Gabby just has not been able to find the bottom of the net today.
Second one is good. So the Bruins again with the lead, 44-43. Roberts quickly ahead to Hebrink. Bruins back on defense as the Vikings set up in the half court. Roberts on the drive underneath. Nothing there as the Bruin defense collapses around her. Kick out past the top of the key. Hebrink off the mark.
Great job by Delaney to get to that ball.
And they'll say held ball. And possession arrow pointing to Valley City.
That'll be key for the remainder of this game with a quarter and 3:19 to play. Possession arrow switches back to the Bruins here.
Hebrink will trigger it in. Out to the top of the key, or there's Hebrink is there after the pass in from Broughton. Sorry about that. Diemert, long look for a three-point attempt. That one's no good. Kaylee Denker has the basketball, wrestles it away from a couple of different Viking players.
Yeah, Ashton Arnold caused that whole possession there to be a turnover. She played great defense around the perimeter.
Watch the battle down low between, now Kaylee comes out to the top of the key, but she and J.C. Richter were just pretty much this near side of All-Star Wrestling, trying to get position down low.
Yeah, and Ashton Deemer had some things to say for Kaylee, which she walked away from her too. This might get chippy here. We got stuff going on in the crowd, stuff going on in the court. It's getting passionate here inside the Gordon Lozier Athletic Center.
Bruins back on offense. Shot clock in single digits. Trying to look inside. Denker has it. Left side. Contact made. Body to body. She'll get it back. Shot clock continues to go down. Shot up and under. Hits the rim. Up. They'll say no. Now they're going to say a foul call with 1 second left. The horn did sound, but contact was made with the rim. Kaylee Denker will go to the free throw line.
Richter kind of checked her with her hip there. It was unintentional. They just made collision. It was the right call, but probably didn't need to even get that close. But that's 1 second left on the shot clock underneath the hoop there.
2 free throws upcoming for Denker. 19 points on the afternoon, along with 6 rebounds and an assist.
Yeah, she's flirting with a double-double right now.
20 points.
She's been the difference maker in this game. That mid-range shot and the ability to establish herself down low is really what's kept Bellevue in this game.
And friendly roll off the rim. Another point for Kaylee, another point for the Bruins. It's a new high point game for Kaylee. Her previous high point game was 16 points against Lindsey Wilson back in December, so she's continuing to grow. The freshman out of Lincoln East High School. Yes. Vikings back on the attack. Here's Richter, blocked by Zakiya Mohammed. Richter gets it right back. And a foul's going to be called against one of the Bruins trying to defend on the play.
You brought it up. Kaylee's a freshman. She heads over to the bench, and the elder statesman of the group, Amina Hall, grabbed her and told her, hey, you can't let your attitude cost us points in this game.
Mohammed picks up her second personal foul. Third team foul of the quarter against Bellevue. Shelby Little back on the floor for the Bruins. Stripped away. Gabby Moore comes away with it. Every loose ball on the floor is quite a battle to control it. Gabby into the lane. Shelby, left side, gets her feet underneath her, but the shot a little bit too short. Mohammed keeps it alive. It goes through Little's hands and into the hands of Ellie Broughton.
I can't say enough good things about Haley Roberts. She bites on 0 ball fakes and sticks with the ball. Plays great defense.
Deemer up and under, but Zakiya Mohammed hits her across the forearm. There'll be 2 free throws upcoming for.
They told Kaylee Denker to go take a seat. She sat in the head coach's spot. You think she wants to get back in this game?
Like a lion waiting feed time at the zoo there. So Zakiya checks out.
3-point game. Bellevue leads 46-43.
Just under 2 minutes as Deemert hits the first free throw. Second one is also good.
A little bit of words being spoke here between the head coach and Zakiya Mohammed on the side. He wants his 2 freshmen to be impact players the last minute 52 in this third period.
Deemer was a second-team all-conference player last year for these Vikings. 1-point ball game, 46-45, 143. Again, more on the drive. The shot is off the glass and in. Will they count it?
No, they're going to call it on the floor.
On the floor. So 2 free throws upcoming for Gabby Moore. Continuing to work very hard.
Broughton for second.
Moore with 6 points in this second half.
They are going to say it was in the act of shooting.
But it's not in the act of shooting because it's the 5 fouls.
Oh, they just changed. Okay, I'm sorry. I thought it still said 4.
So Gabby hits that free throw. She's now 5 out of 7 from the free throw line. 5 free throws and 1 basket, her point collection today.
Yeah, Bruins being in the bonus here is a big deal. 3-point game now. Bellevue leads 48-45, minute 42 to play in the bonus. They don't want to give up a foul here either because that'll put the Vikings at the line as well.
Bellevue falls back into zone defense. Not real effective with that in the first half, but just a little bit different look. That one's off the mark on the shot right below our vantage point from Haley Roberts. Bruins, Paley had an open look for Delaney Van Blaricon. Delaney off the mark with that one. Long rebound. Amina Hall battling for it. And Ashton Arnold winds up with it as 3 players on the floor. Haley Roberts holding her nose, and we'll have a timeout. I think she's got a bloody nose.
She smashed right into Dave Denley's knee when she went down for that ball. He tried his best to get out of the way, but he had two players around his feet as well. That's a huge loss. She has been really their do-it-all player today for these Vikings on offense and defense. If we counted assists, 2 assists, she's probably having about 7 days. She's been able to find that open look all game long, and she's also their leading scorer. She's got 15 points on the game.
She'll get some attention from Bellevue's head athletic trainer Mike Livergood on the corner of the gym.
Yeah, she caught Coach's knee right flush when she hit the ground. There was nothing he could have done about it either.
None of these players afraid to hit the floor battling for possession of the basketball. So Dave said it was going to be a physical game. Well, he was sure right about that. They're checking to make sure there's no more blood on the floor. I don't think
he expected to take a headbutt to the knee in this one, though.
He's a pretty solid, speaking of solid body guys, he is too. So
in case anybody's wondering, Coach is fine. He's walking without a limp.
Moore down the left side, off the glass and in. Little with the screen to get it going.
She quietly has 10 points now, by the way. That's exactly what you need if you're Bellevue, is for her to get back involved in this game.
2 baskets and 6 free throws. Here's Deemer trying to work left side of the lane, goes around Van Blaricon. Delaney got a piece of the ball out of bounds, and she'll be called for the foul. Delaney thought she had it clean, but officials saw differently, so 2 more free throws. We're getting to have a lot of free throws in today's contest, 33 free throws so far.
And let's be honest, there's been a couple that haven't been called because of how chippy this game has been, too.
5-point Bellevue lead with 40 seconds remaining. Ashlyn Deemer trying to cut into that lead. Makes it. Deemer now with double digits in 10 points.
Bad news if you're Vikings fans. Haley Roberts still has not come out of the locker room after she just got sent back there to check on her nose.
And Deemer perfect from the free throw line, 4 for 4 in today's contest, so 11 points for her. Kaylee Denker back in for the Bruins, replacing Shelby Little. Let's see if the Bruins make her a target with 21 points already in the game. Bruins back on offensive flow. Trying to take some time off the clock. There's about a 9-second difference between game and shot clock.
Set up a shot here.
Brandy Dunn. Gabby Moore. Gabby will launch for 3. That one's short. Amina Hall kept it alive, but it goes into the hands of Elise Hebrink.
Great job by Hebrink there to kind of just set up and wait for that pass to come to her.
6 seconds remaining. Deemer trying to look for the last shot. Knocked away. Will it get off? Yes, it does. J.C. Richter with the shot, but it's no good off the back of the rim.
If you're a Bruins fan, that's probably the last person you want taking that shot in that situation. She barely missed that. She has been deadly from outside this entire season.
At the end of 3 quarters of play, it's the home team, the Bellevue University Bruins 50, the visiting Valley City State Vikings 47. Hang on for 10 more minutes of wild women's basketball action to determine who wins the final game of the regular season.
Fasten your seatbelt and put your chin strap on. This one's going to be physical in this next 10 minutes. Good news if you're a Bellevue Bruins fan. 5 turnovers in that first period, just 1 in the second and 1 in the third. They have kind of locked this down. It's a big reason why they're up by 3 points right now.
Couple of reminders. Today is senior day here at Bellevue University, so at the conclusion of the women's game before the men's game, 2 women, 2 men will be honored for their final regular season home game here at Bellevue University. Shelby Little and Delaney Van Blaricon on the women's side. And for the Bellevue Bruin men, McKeem Loudermill and Jerome Bina will be honored. So we'll have that presentation for you. And also want to remind you that next Wednesday, or this coming Wednesday, the 21st of February, that's the starting day for the opening round of the North Star Athletic Association postseason tournament. The Bellevue women the number 5 seed. They'll be playing either at Viterbo or a rematch with Valley City on Wednesday. If the Bellevue men win today, they will be the top team in the league. They'll have an opening round bye on Wednesday and would host a game on Sunday. But that needs to be a Bellevue victory, as they are currently in a tie for the top spot with Mayville State on the men's side of the conference.
Mayville plays at Waldorf tonight at 5 o'clock, so even if the Bruins come up a little bit short, they could get some help as well.
All right, here we go. Quarter number 4. Bellevue with the opening possession. Amina Hall at the top of the key. Brandy Dunn, Gabby Moore looking inside. Kaylee Denker now double teamed. Works around that, gets it off. Good ball movement. An open look for Dunn from the side, off the front of the rim, no good. But Brandy follows her shot, gets it to Kaylee Denker. And Denker again hits the floor. She'll go to the free throw line for 2 more throws.
She took a shot to the left forearm. She's grabbing at her wrist right now. That's scary if you're a Bellevue Bruins fan. Just looked at her dad in the stand and said, I'm fine.
Her left wrist, now she'll shake it a little bit.
Yeah, she got absolutely tomahawked right in the forearm.
Valley City has tried to double team against her every time she gets possession down low. Now 22 points for Kaylee.
She's still grabbing at that wrist. That's going to be something to watch in this game going forward.
Didn't seem to affect her on either of those free throws. So Kaylee now 6 out of 7 from the free throw line in the game to go along with 8 made baskets.
Yeah, she's got 22 on the day. She's been special. 52-47, Bellevue leads, 9:30 to play in the fourth quarter here.
Diemert with the basketball for the Vikings, using the screen from Torres. In traffic, either Amina or Brandy will get the foul here.
That's going to go against Brandy Dunn.
That'll be her second personal foul. First team foul in the quarter for Bellevue, so 2 free throws upcoming here for Ashlyn Diemert.
Something we've said a lot. Brandy Dunn just kind of found herself in the right place on that possession. I mean, she unfortunately too much contact there, but she had a great seal on that block.
Diemert now up to 12 points in today's game. She's averaging 16 on the season per game.
They're going to need her here too if Haley Roberts isn't going to be available for the rest of this period. She still has not come out yet. Now she just walked out to the bench, so she may be readily available, but she's got cotton swabs up her nose right now.
Little less than a minute. Nice turn by Denker. The drive to the basket. It's good. Nice quick first step around her defender. Kaylee Denker up to 25.
That was all set up by Amina Hall, Gabby Dunn. Brandy Dunn, who took the second defender off of her.
Vikings trying to stay close, looking for points on this possession. Into the hands of Elise Hebrink. Now to Diemert. Look to the Vikings to rely upon her a lot in this final stanza. Trying to drive around the corner. And they're going to say a foul on the floor. She dribbled through a trio of Bruin players. Amina Hall will pick up her first personal foul.
Coach Denley a little bit upset with Amina there, saying that she took the wrong angle.
Whistle from outside, and another holding. Is going to have a push-off foul against one of the Vikings.
Yeah, Madison Wilhelmi just kind of gave a little bit of shove away from the ball there. I think Kaylee Denker's trash talking may have affected that play a little bit.
I think the official's going to be a little tighter, a little more vocal with the whistles here in this fourth quarter.
Kaylee's still grabbing at that left wrist, too.
Dunn to Denker. With the left hand, the wrist that seems to be the most effective. 2 more free throws upcoming.
I just don't have an answer for her right now.
Again, Denker's previous high point game for Bellevue was 16 back in December.
Right now, if you're a Vikings fan, you got to be asking why Adriana Torres hasn't switched over to Kaylee Denker. Anytime she comes over weak side help, it's been effective. But if you're a Bruins fan, you're perfectly fine. Number 20 staying as far away from number 35 as you can.
7 out of 8 from the free throw line for Kaylee. 8:18 remaining. 55-49 our score. 6-point lead. Make it 7. Denker continues to shoot well from the line and from the floor. 8 out of 9 from the free throw line. 9 out of 14 from the floor.
Bellevue almost had a perfect trap situation there, but you got to give credit to Wilhelmi. She just dribbled out of it in a perfect stance.
Hebrink to the top of the key to Diemert. Torres Jump stop, short on the shot, done with the rebound.
Great job by Kaylee Denker there, taking Torres out of the equation, just getting her off her spot, put that contested shot up.
Dunn with 5 rebounds on the game to go along with 11 points. Scored a bunch in the first half. Second half, it's been more her defense.
Yeah, she's got 4 steals in this game. She's been everywhere defensively for the Bruins.
Bruins will reset with 8 seconds on the shot clock. Moore to Hall. Amina tries to drive into the lane. Shot clock down to 2. Arnold head fake, and that's what's going to hurt the Bruins. They won't get the shot off before the buzzer.
Yeah, Ashton would have had a great look at that if she'd had another second on the clock, but trying to create too much offense there, just needed to put it up late in the shot clock.
And Haley Roberts back out onto the floor. That left nostril wadded up with gauze and tape and maybe some bubble gum in there to keep it in place too.
She's going to need it. It was kind of gushing when she walked back there.
56-49, drive to the basket. Ashton Arnold with a great swoop to block that shot by Roberts on the drive. Denker ahead to Hall, contact made. It goes out of bounds. It'll stay up. We're going to have a foul called on the play. That's going to go against Diemert, Ashlyn Diemert, as she and Amina Hall came crashing together. That's the 4th team foul of the quarter against the Vikings, 2nd personal against Diemert.
Yeah, listen, Kaylee Denker can do a lot of things, and she's special. She's not the person you want taking the ball up the court and leading the charge on a fast break there. So, unique situation for her, learning experience on film, obviously.
7:02.
Yeah, she picked
and a
up her
traveling violation that time. That time, J.C. Richter won the defensive battle there, keeping Kaylee from driving baseline. Only 8 turnovers against Bellevue in today's game, 12 against Valley City as we're under 7 minutes to go. Bruins up by 7, 56-49.
That'll count as Bellevue's 9th turnover on that last possession, but it's, again, 5 of them came in the first period, so it's been pretty buttoned up since then. Ooh, the Vikings got away with a moving screen there.
Diemert tries to drive left side. Nice help defense by Ashton Arnold. Loose ball on the floor, but kept alive by Hebrink. Shot from the outside. That one's no good by Diemert. And again, Brandy Dunn muscling away for position and the rebound.
Number 5 in the right spot, right time. That hasn't happened at all today. She has been everywhere. She's been incredible.
So 2 Bruins with 6 rebounds, 2 Bruins with 5 rebounds apiece. So Bruins doing a better job on the board here in this second half than they did in the first.
We talked about Kaylee Denker flirting with a triple-double. If Brandy Dunn pulls down either 4 more assists or 6 more steals, the next 6 minutes she's going to have a double-double of her own.
Moore drive to the lane, switches hand. It's too strong off the board. Here comes Diemert leading the charge. Going 1-on-2. Nice job by Denker to hold her position in the lane and force the turnover.
Last 2 possessions, Diemert's gotten away with a moving screen and a travel. She's been flirting with travesty here.
Here's Dunn down the lane, opens up. Her shot a little too high off the glass, but free throws upcoming for Brandy. The junior out of Spring, Texas, will go to the free throw line.
Credit Amina Hall with that. She completely sealed out her defender and left that lane wide open for Brandy to get to the basket.
Zakiya Muhammad will head back in. Back into the game is Adriana Torres for the Vikings.
Kaylee Denker's walking with a little bit of a limp, holding her hip, kind of heading back to the midcourt spot. It's going to be interesting to see if she comes out of this game with 5:42 to play.
Kaylee's got some new kicks, too. I don't remember the kind of the pink and blue combination. She had them last night, I know, but those could be her new good luck shoes.
Yeah, listen.
Dunn?
She's going to score 27 tonight. She could wear them every game.
Brandy makes 1 out of 2 from the line. 12 points for her. Timeout on the floor called by head coach Dave Denley. 5:42 remaining in tonight's contest. 57 for the Bruins, 49 for the Vikings. They're probably not going to get to that numbers total 70-69 as was the first contest, but the Bruins will be awful happy if they have at least 1 more point than the Vikings. And as we mentioned, the tournament starts on Wednesday. Bellevue could be on the road back to Valley City for the opening round, or they could be on the road to Viterbo in La Crosse, Wisconsin. So the Bruins will finish the conference play below 500, which means they'll be on the road for the opening round.
Yeah, and listen, if they can play like they're playing tonight on the road. You got a shot to make some noise in this tournament coming up. It's going to be a little difficult with travel and everything that's going to go into it. It's going to be cold, probably not the best weather, but listen, you got to dial it in here. And if you can get 27 points out of Kaylee Denker tonight, I think you like the future of this program is very, very bright.
Bellevue with 20 points in the first quarter, 11 in the second, 19 in the third, 7 so far here in the fourth. Bellevue outscoring Valley 7-2 in this final stanza of the game for the 57-49 lead.
After a very quiet first half from Bellevue's point guard, Gabby Moore quietly has 10 points in this one. 3 Bruins in double digits with Dunn, Denker, and Moore.
All right, back to the action. Valley City with the basketball. The dribble drive by Ellie Broughton against Brandy Dunn. Close and stolen away. Ashton Arnold and Brandy Dunn combine on the double team to force a turnover. There was only 1 second left for the 10-second violation, so the Bruins get back another chance on offense.
Haley Roberts is the leading scorer for the Vikings today. She has not touched the ball once since coming back into this game after that nosebleed.
Here's Gabby Moore, now Brandy Dunn, the 2 newcomers to the Bruin program out of the JUCO ranks. Brandy the shot, but gets it right back. Tries to get it to Zakiyah Mohammed. It's out of bounds. It'll stay Bellevue basketball. Defensive play inside by Adriana Torres to knock it away. Bellevue will have 19 seconds on the shot clock on this inbounds play.
Sydney Stoss, the Vikings assistant coach, wasn't happy about something. She was yelling about something on the back end there.
Moore in the lane. There's contact, and that's going to be an offensive foul against Gabby. She lowered the shoulder against Ellie Broughton.
Yeah,
like a fullback charging through the line.
She's done that about 4 times now and gotten away with it a few times. That time she just kind of dipped in a little too far. Great job by Robinson by taking the charge there.
Broughton gets it across the timeline with 7 seconds off the clock. Drive in the lane, and there's contact. According to the outside official, that's going to go against Kaylee Denker, I believe. Yes, yeah, that'll be her 3rd personal foul.
She's got to keep her nose clean here for the next 4:47. Bellevue's up by 8. She's going to be important for these last 5 minutes.
Ellie Broughton, just a freshman out of West Hope, North Dakota, will have 2 free throws here. Chance for points on the board without time off the clock for the Vikings.
Delaney Van Blarincon comes back in the game. She's 2 of 3 from outside the arc. It's senior night. I'd like to see her get a couple more opportunities to put one up here with 4 minutes, 47 seconds to go.
First free throw good. 2nd free throw follows suit. All right, here we go. 4:45 and counting before the end of this one.
Adriana Torres checks back in for the Vikings here. She's been kind of the linchpin of this defense.
Across the way to Ashton Arnold. Ashton drives. Cut off on defense. Kick out pass to Van Blarincon. Delaney from the wing. A little bit too strong. She'll get the offensive rebound. Arnold in the lane. Ashton probably should have taken that shot instead of trying to look to pass. But Torres making the defensive play for the steal. Here's a 3-point look. J.C. Richter. The last 5 points have been scored by the Vikings as they've cut the deficit to 3. Timeout on the floor with 4:11 to go. The Bruins 57 and the Vikings 54.
Yeah, you need to put Brandy Dunn back out there. She's been your conscience on defense. She's been in the right place at the right time all game. She needs to be a factor in this last 4:11. I know you want to try to get her a breather so she can be as well rested for those big moments. She's been way too important to keep off the court.
Dave Denley talking with his crew across the way. On the other side, Vanessa Johnson sends her troops back out onto the floor. These 2 coaches started about the same time in conference play. Dave has had 8 years of experience under his belt after a long career at Southwestern in Kansas. Vanessa Johnson, a former player in her day, her 7th year at Valley City. All right, here we go, nearing the 4-minute mark. Bruins with a 3-point lead, trying to expand on that.
Same 5 Bruins check back in here. Expect a
bounce pass inside. Denker and Arnold not on the same page on that one. And it goes out of bounds.
Change in this lineup at the next availability. We talked about turnovers. Bellevue had 5 in the first, 1 in the second and third. Now they have 4 here in the fourth. Bellevue's nursing a 3-point lead. You can't have errant passes like that going forward.
Broughton with the dribble. Gets it back. A little guard weave at the top of the key here.
Yeah, Valley City needs a basket in a big, big way here.
Deemer trying to drive baseline. Arnold prevents her from getting there. Corner three-point look, no good. Ashton Arnold muscles the rebound on defense, has it stripped away from behind, but regains it and then comes under control.
Again, since checking back into this game, Haley Roberts still has not touched the basketball for Valley City. She's their leading scorer with 15 points.
Entry pass from Van Blaricon to Muhammad, then back out to Moore. Little inside-outside game for the Bruins. Gabby on the run, the shot no good. Zakaya got a hand on it but couldn't control it. And the ball back to Valley City.
Another exchange between David Denley and the official. There's a foul on something. No? I don't know. He said 23. He was
just a friendly chat that time.
Yeah, he walked over. He pointed at Delaney Van Blaricon and said 23 and then went to the other side. I don't know if that was a warning or what happened there.
Vikings can tie it with the three.
They are just not.
There's Torres with the three-point attempt. That one misses everything and goes out of bounds.
They're not even looking at Haley Roberts. I don't know what is going on. She was standing by herself in the left corner there with a wide open look at the basket. She's got 15 points in this game. You'd think she'd be a focal point of this offense with 2:57 left on the clock, down by 3.
Brandy Dunn checks back into the game for the Bruins. Under 3 minutes, 2:55 to be exact. Bruins 57-54 lead.
Yeah, 5 does not need to come off the court for the rest of this game.
Here's Gabby. Vikings trying to get her to go left side. She does. Denker looking for a cutting teammate. There's Van Blaricon. Delaney finds a seam. Gets double teamed down low, looking for help.
Yeah, somebody's got to get over and help her. There you go.
There's Denker. Back inside to Gabby Moore. Gabby off the glass, too high. Tipped around inside. Coming away with it is Ellie Broughton. Again, the Vikings with a chance. Here's Roberts. Good jump stop there near the basket. The Vikings have closed to within 1 after trailing by 7.
Haley Roberts finally touches the basketball in this fourth quarter. And surprisingly enough, she finds the bottom of the nylon.
Stop asking for that.
Valley City is back into this game. 1 point to go. Bellevue playing like they're the team trailing right now. They need to slow down, take a little more time out of this clock, and get a good shot up.
2 minutes remaining in the game. Bellevue up by 1 point. Moore cut off on the drive by Broughton. Back to the top of the key. Shot clock down to 3. Brandy Dunn misses everything. Shot clock violation. It's been, I believe, a 6-0 run by Valley City to close the gap and get back into this one. They can take the lead with the basket this time. Bruins need to play aggressive defense. Inside the pass to Torres. Roberts to Torres, and the Vikings a 1-point lead with 1:35 and counting.
Bellevue got caught sleeping there. There was miscommunication of what the defensive call was supposed to be, and the ball got inbounds, and Bellevue didn't know.
Coach Vanessa Johnson off the bench happily clapping for her team on their comeback attempt. The Bellevue Bruins now trying to talk things over to get the momentum back on their side.
Just a weird couple possessions out of Bellevue there. Just hurried shots, not really setting the offense, getting late in the shot clock, playing like they're playing from behind with a 7-point lead. Well, now you need that kind of concentrated effort with a minute 33 down 1.
Neither team shooting great on the game. 33% from the floor for the Bruins, 37% for the Vikings.
And
both teams have made 6 3-pointers. Both teams have shot well from the free throw line.
now you've got 5 turnovers in this fourth period. If you're Bellevue here, you got to be really protective of this basketball. Know exactly where it needs to go and what the plan is coming out of this timeout. You can't have a turnover here.
Couple of possessions remaining in the game. 1:25 and counting. Arnold looks to Denker inside.
Ooh.
Instead over to Gabby Moore. Gabby drives but cut off there. Bruins reset. Shot clock in single digits. Here's Denker. Draws the double team. Opens up the look for Delaney Van Blaricon. The shot no good. Battle for the board. It'll be Bellevue basketball.
Brand new shot clock. That's huge. 1:09 to play in the game. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Fresh possession for the Bruins, down 1 here.
Credit Ashton Arnold on that play, battling against 3 different Vikings for that ball. She forced the out of bounds.
That's where this ball needs to go. Let Kaylee Denker get her feet set under the basket and go to work.
Tied up there. Now back into Kaylee's hands. With the left hand, the shot won't go down. The rebound pulled down by Roberts, and Valley City with 52 seconds remaining has possession of the ball.
Yeah, Coach Johnson screaming out, slow, 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 trying to get her Vikings to slow down this offense. About a 22-second difference between the clock and the shot clock.
Vikings trying to use a lot of clock here and then get a shot off with as few seconds as possible. 35 seconds and counting. 1 point lead for the Vikings, 58-57. Here's Deemer, almost has it stripped, not once but twice. A three-point shot from the corner. That's no good. And Torres keeps it alive with an over-the-back rebound.
5 seconds separates game and shot clock here.
Ashton Arnold realizing the situation. She fouls. That'll be the 15th foul against the Bruins. So 2 free throws coming up here for Ashlyn Deemert. One of the players you probably don't want there, but forced into the situation. Deemert shooting 75% from the line on the season. She's 6 for 6 from the line today. Now 7 for 7 as the lead grows to 2. 59-57 with 21 seconds.
We're probably going to see a timeout right after this free throw.
That allowed the Bruins to move the ball up to half court. If it's made, it's missed, and now the Bruins will take the timeout.
Shot clock is off here. 21 seconds left to go in this game. You're down by 2. You can either play for the win or play for a tie. We'll see what the Bruins draw up here off the bench.
Well, it was a 1-point game up in Valley City back in January, and we may have another situation very similar to that here today.
Yeah, then we might be getting some free basketball here in a few seconds. Right now, if you're Bellevue, it's going to be, I mean, you would think you want Kaylee Denker touching the ball here. She's 0 for 3 in her last 3 attempts, though, so it's going to be interesting to see who gets the hot hand. It's senior night. You got a sharpshooter that's a senior, and Delaney Van Blarincon. Maybe let her be a hometown hero on the way out in her last game at the Gordon Lozier Athletic Center.
Denker with 27 points, Dunn with 12, Moore with 10. They're the top 3 scorers for the Bruins this afternoon. For the Vikings, Roberts with 17, Deemer with 14, Richter with 12. Each team with 3 double-digit scores so far today. Who's going to be the hero in this afternoon's contest? 20.9 seconds on the clock.
I would be surprised if there's less than 2 jerseys on number 35 coming out of this huddle. Kaylee Denker has been special today, and when she's been left open, she has made these Vikings pay for it. You got to find a way for your Coach Denley to get her in an isolation situation at a mid-range shot.
You mentioned assistant coach Sydney Strauss for the Vikings. Her mom listening in up in Camdo, North Dakota, says hello. All right, here we go. Bruins with the basketball. Arnold will keep you the clock going down to 15 seconds. Denker has it knocked away. Here's Haley Roberts coming up. I believe it was J.C. Richter that knocked it away. Either her or Torres knocked it away from Kaylee Denker.
That's 5 fouls for Delaney Van Blarincon.
So she's done her final home game as a Bellevue Bruin. Delaney will have 6 points with both of those baskets from distance. 4 rebounds.
Not how you want to see her career end. That's too unfortunate. She is very upset about it.
Roberts makes the first, still a 1-possession game, but now the Bruins going to have to go to a 3, hoping that Roberts misses this one.
She's 5 of 8 from the charity stripe today. This would be a huge miss here.
She makes it a 2-possession game, so that makes the difficulty factor exponential for the Bruins. They're going to have to try to find a way to get a shot in, a steal, or a turnover, and another shot in just over 10 seconds.
It's one of the stories of this team this season. They've just had such a hard time playing with a lead late in games because they find themselves trailing on the road so often that they just struggle to close out games. Another situation here, you led by 7 with 2 minutes left and just played hurried up basketball, led to turnovers.
So well, let's see what the Bruins, see if they have a little magic left in this one.
6 turnovers for the Bruins in this 4th period after just having 2 combined, the 2nd and the 3rd.
Gabby Moore will inbounds the basketball over near the Bruins bench. Denker has it, back to Moore to the corner. Ashton Arnold launches for 3. It's good with 6 seconds. The Bruins will call another timeout. They're back to within 1. Ashton Arnold,
her first basket of the game.
0 points to this point, was 0 for 6 and hits the big 3-pointer.
That's one of those moments as a coach. You're either genius if it works, or what was he thinking if he doesn't? She hasn't hit a basket all game. What a shot by Ashton Arnold to bury one there for the junior out of Clovis, California.
One of the most experienced Bruins on the squad. She's been here for 3 years. She's been a starter for a good chunk of that time. Comes in with a big basket here to pull the Bruins within one, but now they've got to try to find a way to either steal, force a turnover, or get a quick foul.
Yeah, they may look to foul just as quickly as possible here. Zakiya Muhammad is getting set to check in. She just checked in with the scorer's table. The freshman from Omaha, Benson, may be looking for a quick, cheap foul. Try to get another possession out of this. You got 6.4 on the game clock. Got to get somebody to the free throw line or cause a turnover as quickly as you can here and get a shot.
And even if they make both free throws, it'll still be a three-point game. The Bruins will have a last chance opportunity for a three-pointer to tie it. All right, the Vikings back out on the floor. Broughton, Torres, Diemert, Richter, and Roberts, the five. For the Bruins, Arnold, Dunn, Denker, Moore,
and
Muhammad. Thank you. All right. And the foul took about 2 seconds to commit the foul. Ellie Broughton will go to the free throw line for 2 shots. Kaylee Denker picks up her 4th personal foul on that play. So big free throws on this end of the floor for Broughton, the freshman out of West Hope, North Dakota. She makes the first, a 2-point lead, 62-60 with 4.8 seconds left.
She's a 70% free throw shooter coming into this game. It's about one of the few players you want at the line right now.
And makes them both. So the Bruins are going to have to shoot a 3 here. And fouled in the backcourt by Broughton. So the Bruins will only get 2 free throws up here for Gabby Moore. So they're going to hope for the 2 free throws, or maybe 1 and a miss and a tip it back in for the win.
Yeah, this is the Zakiya Muhammad, Kaylee Denker special. Yeah, Kaylee needs to stay underneath the basket.
They'll coach Vanessa Johnson with the strategic move, forcing the foul here, the quick foul.
That's just great awareness and well-coached basketball.
First free throw is crucial. It's a little bit too short.
She's got to miss this one intentionally.
Miss it intentionally, then kick it out to somebody in three-point land to knock it down. Second one is in. A 2-point game. A timeout called by Vanessa Johnson. That'll be her final timeout. Bruins also out of timeouts. So the ball will be inbounded at half court by the Vikings with 3.6 seconds left. The Bruins down by 2. So again, probably the strategy, foul quickly.
Yeah, you
and hope for one miss, at least one miss out of the 2 that the Vikings would get.
Yeah, if you're Valley City right now, you're going to try to get it either in to Dienert or even Haley Roberts and try to get your best free throw shooters at the line. If you're Bellevue, you got to try to make sure either 3 or 12 don't get their hands on it in some way.
Again, the Vikings, the first team back out onto the floor. They'll have possession of the basketball and a 2-point lead, 3.6 seconds remaining. Again, want to remind you, don't go away. After this game is done, we will have our Senior Day activities honoring the 2 women and 2 men in the Bellevue basketball program who are finishing their regular season careers here today.
The bad news if you're Bellevue fans, everybody on the floor in a white jersey shoots north of 60% from the free throw line.
Good quick foul by Ashton Arnold of Haley Roberts. She'll head to the line, 81% her free throw shooting percentage. I think we've mentioned that a couple of times. So game on the line here with 2.8 seconds left. All of our Viking teammates will head back down on the defensive end of the floor. First shot is up, and it won't go down. The Bruins still have some hope.
This is her 10th and 11th free throws of the game today for Haley Roberts. She's lived at the free throw line. Now 6 of 10 for the day.
23 free throws shot by each team to this point. That one is good. Bruins out of timeout, so they're going to have to go the length of the floor into the hands of Ashton Arnold, and she'll be fouled once again. So she'll get 2 free throws. That won't quite be enough to get to that 3-point deficit. But again, the Bruins got to hope make the first, miss the second.
1.9 here. She's got to intentionally miss one of these.
That's probably what Dave is telling her right now. Make the first, miss the second.
It was debatable in the last situation. Right now, 1.9. That's all you got hope for.
And it's good. Ashton Arnold, all 4 of her points coming in the waning seconds. Now, with 1.9 seconds left, hope for the miss, get a Bruin offensive rebound and put it back in. Off the mark. Knocked out of bounds, and it'll be Bellevue basketball with 0.5 of a second left. A catch-and-shoot situation still here available for the Bruins.
That almost perfectly landed in Kaylee Denker's hands, too. We could have had some high drama here in Bellevue if that would have just fallen a little further off the cylinder.
Knocked out of her hands by Haley Roberts. But the Bruins, one last chance here.
Oh, Brady was open.
Tipped, and that's the buzzer. Into the hands of J.C. Richter. And our final score today, the Valley City State Vikings 64, the Bellevue Bruins 62. A very exciting game to call, very exciting game to watch. Thanks for lending us your eyes and ears for today's broadcast. With the victory, Valley City State now 13-13 overall, 7-5 in the North Star Athletic Association. For the Bellevue Bruins, with the loss, 11-16 overall, 4-8.
A 1-point game up in Valley City, a 2-point game here in Bellevue. Just a couple of really exciting matchups. Bellevue had a really good shot at winning this down the stretch. They just couldn't close out the game and put themselves in a position to win it at the end there, too.
And Bellevue will be on the road on Wednesday to start the North Star Tournament, either at Valley City, North Dakota, or at Viterbo University in La Crosse, Wisconsin. So a quick wrap-up here of some final stats. Bellevue only 33% from the floor, 36% for Valley City. Both teams from the three-point land, 7 for the Bruins, 6 for the Vikings. The rebound battle wound up pretty close. Bellevue winning that 39-37.
Yeah, exact same amount of shots from the free throw line for both teams, 25 each.
All right, we're going to have our Senior Day festivities. The men are going to go first here, giving the women a chance to kind of regroup and then come back out. Bellevue men's head basketball coach Lucas Gabriel out there on the floor with some flowers and some photos as we get ready to honor McKeem Loudermill, the senior out of Falcon, Arkansas, and Jerome Bynum, the senior out of Chicago, Illinois. Public address announcer Ray Quinn will do the honors and talk about the careers of those two guys, and then we'll hear back from the women as we honor Delaney Van Blaricon and Shelby Little.
Well, ladies and gentlemen,
let's turn it over to Ray.
Center court as we honor the Bruins seniors on both the men's and women's basketball teams who will be making their final regular season home appearances tonight at the Gordon Lozier Athletic Center. First, let's honor the men's basketball seniors. Say hello to McKeem Loudermill. He's joined by his girlfriend, Taylor the men, and their son, Matt. McKeem is a 3-year member of the BU basketball program after missing most of the past 2 seasons with injury. He has rehabbed his way into becoming an important part of this year's Bruin rotation. This season he has played in all 27 games while making 16 starts. He's averaging 6.8 points and 2.7 rebounds per game with the team leading 26 steals and 8 block shots. He is shooting 55% from the floor this season and 76% from the free throw line. He poured in a career-high 14 points on 6 of 9 shooting in a win over Briar Cliff on December 18th. For his career, he has scored in double figures 6 times and even dished out a career-high 5 assists in a win over York. He has twice grabbed a career-best 6 rebounds, doing so against York and at Valley City earlier this season. A sports management student, McKeem will graduate at the end of the winter term. Ladies and gentlemen, from Falcon, Arkansas, number 5, McKeem Loudermill. Our second senior on the men's side we're going to honor is Jerome Bynum. He's joined by Bellevue University Venus students James Smith and Isaiah Terrell. Jerome is another 3-year member of the Bellevue basketball program after coming off the bench in the 2021-2022 season. He redshirted last year before coming on to start all 28 games this season. The second leading scorer on this year's team, Jerome is averaging 10.4 points per game on 41% shooting from the floor, 33% from 3, and a team leading 82% at the free throw line. He leads the team with 59 assists, is second with 41 three-pointers, and ranks third with 22 steals. Jerome dropped a career-high 25 points earlier this season at Northwestern, one of his 2 20-point games. He has scored double figures in 15 of Bellevue's 27 contests to date, and has dished out a career-high 5 assists against both York and Dakota State this year. Sports management student Jerome will graduate at the end of the spring term. Ladies and gentlemen, from Chicago, Illinois, number 25, Jerome Bynum. And here we go, and let's have one more round of applause for seniors McKeem Loudermill and Jerome Bynum. Thank you, Bruin seniors. We wish you the best in all your future endeavors.
Once again, congratulations to McKeem Loudermill and Jerome Bynum for their great careers here at Bellevue University. Let's turn our attention now to the women's senior day.
Senior ladies, so give us just a moment.
The two Bellevue women will be honoring Shelby Little out of Holiday Island, Arkansas, and Delaney Van Blaricon out of Holden, Missouri.
Gentlemen, would you please turn your attention once again to center court as we honor the Bruins, two seniors who made their final regular season home appearance tonight at the Gordon Lozier Athletic Center. Say hello to Shelby Little, a native of Holiday Island, Arkansas. She's joined by her father, Jerry Little, grandfather, Rusty Betts, and fiance, Logan Bannon. Shelby has appeared in 75 games in her Bruin career, scoring over 230 career points and grabbing 172 career rebounds. She is currently averaging 3.6 points and 2.3 rebounds per game this season. Shelby is fourth on this year's squad with 1.5 offensive rebounds per game. She was third on last season's team with a 44.3% field goal percentage. Shelby is majoring in biology. Ladies and gentlemen, have a hand for Shelby Little. And our final senior we're going to honor this afternoon, it is Delaney Van Blaricon. Native of Holden, Missouri, she's joined by her father, Robert Van Blaricon, mother, Samantha Van Blaricon, sisters, Carly Plant, nieces, Ava and Nova Plant, as well as Olivia Gallus and Kaya Hankey. Delaney has appeared in all 26 games. This season is fifth in scoring on this year's squad with 7 points per game and second in three-point field goals made with 48. On the Bruin career records chart, Delaney ranks second all-time with 167 made three-pointers. She added to that today as well. She is sixth in career scoring with 751 points and eighth with 301 career rebounds. Delaney ranks ninth with 80 career steals. At Waldorf last season, Delaney recorded the second most three-pointers in a game in school history with 8 in BU's 75-43 win over the Warriors. An excellent student, Delaney has earned North Star Athletic Association Scholar Athlete honors during her BU career. Delaney is majoring in health and human performance and plans to pursue a career in sports management. Ladies and gentlemen, Delaney Van Blaricon. And again, keep it going for a little more. Again, our two seniors, Shelby Little and Delaney Van Blaricon. Thank you, Bruin seniors.
Oh, one final tip of the cap for those four young folks that have been a big part of the Bellevue basketball program over the last couple of years. We wish them nothing but success into their future, whatever that may hold, and thank them for their contributions to Bellevue University.
Not a whole lot of dry eyes over on that sideline right now. Tell how well loved those two seniors are on this women's team.
All right, that'll wrap it up then for our first part of the broadcast today. The Bellevue women fall to Valley City State 64-62, our final score. Men's action will begin in about 20 minutes or so. We'll be back on the air a few minutes before that, so come on back for more Bellevue basketball, this time on the men's side. For Jimmy Allen, Mick Krepsky saying come on back for more basketball on the Bellevue Bruin Sports Network.